given me approximately 8 to 10 minutes to come in and tell you some basic information. So I'm not going to get real granular. It's just going to be a broad brush of what Avnet's about. So, all right.
Good.
I know I'm with you. I mean, I was always taught to put your hands, like that. It's in your hard habit. All right, ready? So who watches American Idol?
Us.
Okay, and who's your favorite person?
Wow, the person who off the show now, the English guy.
Oh yeah? Oh.
Simon.
Simon. No, who do you like, Nate?
I don't like it.
Well, I want you just to imagine that today we're going through a special American Idol. We're going through the American Distribution Idol. And you're looking at me like we're on a stage, and you can see how we might be different from the competition. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Good.
Okay. So, if I could show you how we help other partners grow their business 25%, would that be of interest to you? Chris?
I love it.
Yeah? So, tell me, in your opinion, what that American Idol distributor looks like. Yeah?
Somebody that's going to actually walk me through and show me how you're going to grow that 25%.
Okay. That's
Show
good.
me how you're going to do it.
All right, so show me the money. So you must be from Missouri.
So,
Yeah, just a few thousand dollars.
Okay, just a few. All right. What about you, Ed?
What's funny is he sent me an email this morning that said, show me the money. How weird is that?
Well, today my goal is exactly what you said, Joe, is to try to tell you some of the things that Avnet can do to show you how we do help grow partners 25%. So hopefully by the end of the discussion today, the goal is for you to see whether or not we might make a good partnership, because we don't want to be just another vendor. We want to be a partner to help you grow that business to the next level. You might think of Disty as the typical pick, pack, and ship. I know I always did back in the day. You're just waiting on the other end of that fax machine for the PO to cross, and all right, I got an order, you go out and make another sale. And then we started adding a little value. We threw some things in, like tech support maybe, or just some odd things. And then we, distributors started calling themselves value distributors. But Avnet so much more than that. We're not interested in just pushing boxes. We're interested in selling the entire solution to your end user. And why would we want to do that? Catherine?
To create more revenue for you and me.
That's right. And the other important thing is, it's not always about revenue, it's about margin. Is that important to you, Denise?
Absolutely.
Okay, good to hear. Well, today I'm only going to show you 3 ways, just a broad brush, of the ways that we can help you do that. One is, one of the ways is we definitely want to help you grow your business, and we do that by strategic business planning. We want to find out where you are today, where you want to go tomorrow, and find the tactical steps in order to get you there every step of the way. And that's not a plan that I write, or just you write and hand to me. This is a plan that we write together. And then we put these measurements right alongside that to make sure that we're achieving these goals that you want to accomplish. Do you think you could do that, Rob?
I do.
Okay. We do that by also training. We want to enable your sales folks to have the knowledge and the confidence that they need out there on the street when they're talking to their customer, more than just, again, pushing boxes, but trying to sell the whole solution to increase their margin, because that is so critical to both of our successes. We have marketing programs. Do you know how many marketing programs that we did last year alone, Pat?
I know it's got to be a lot. Say 200 maybe?
We did over 500 marketing programs last year. That's a lot of new leads. Is net new business important to you, Larry?
Absolutely.
Good. So the second reason of how we can be different is we try to take the cost out of your business. And we can do that in a lot of different ways. One of those is different financial programs that we have. We have a receivable services, again, marketing resources, technical resources. We have an integration center. Let me tell you a story about one of my partners today. receivable services. They don't have an AR person, they can't afford that. You know, they're trying to hold every dime that they can, so they actually use our department to help them do collections. Would that be something beneficial to you, Pat?
Definitely.
So they also use our engineers. Instead of taking billable engineers out of the field, they use our pre-sales technical resource. Would that be a money-saving thing that you could use, Chris?
Yeah.
And we are their marketing department. A lot of my partners do not have marketing departments today. So they use our resources to help them with their demand generation programs. So that's the second way. The third way is me. I'm your advocate. I'm your advocate within Avnet, protecting you to make sure that everything, every tool, every resource, every program, every process we can think of is at your disposal to help you grow your business. Within HP, to make sure that HP knows who you are, what you need, and that you can go out there and help them sell more of their product. That you're out there, you're their #1 partner. And I'm here before the sale and after the sale. It's more than just standing by the fax machine. You know, I had a customer a few years ago. We had been doing business for a couple of years, and he called me. And he needed a new phone system at that time. I was selling phone systems. And he says, Rob, I'm going to get you a new phone system to do a quote. And at the same time, we were doing a little walkthrough. He just purchased another piece of, like, the office right next door to him. And in our conversation, we discovered that the previous tenant had left the phone system there. And as we were walking and talking, and I said, well, does that phone system still work, Dave? And he's like, yeah, I think it does. Matter of fact, I think it's the same kind I have. So as we continue to have this discussion, at the end we get back to his office, and he asked me, Rob, when you think you can get my quote back to me? I'm like, Dave, you just got been telling me, you know, that you just spent a lot of your resources on acquiring this expanded office. Why don't you just use the phone system that's already used in there instead of buying a new one? That should give you another 12 months of usability before you have to make a new purchase. Yep, I was out of a sale, but I had a customer for life. Would that be important to you? And that's why I'm here, and that's what makes me different. So in closing, if there's one thing you can remember today, and it's the tagline for Avnet, we're about accelerating your success. We're about taking you to the next level. And if that's something that you want to do, then we're the distributor for you. So the last question I have for you. Are you ready to vote for the American Idol distributor? Thank you.
You get to stay up there.
Did you have the mic on?
No, I didn't.
I didn't notice until.
That was very
You
good.
might want to just start at the beginning.
Where is the mic?
Back, where's the mic?
Well, I put it right where I found it.
It'll pick it up. We'll just bring it over here for the critique. It'll be fine. Your voice was loud enough. What did you think? And the person to your left is
To my left.
Denise. You're doing it? Okay, Paul.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Paul, other than get your name wrong off the top of my head, other than that.
You get to stand up here. Robin goes first. You go second. I go last. Okay.
Well, I definitely need more prep time because I like to practice several more times than I got to do today in order to make sure my flow was a little bit. So I felt a little jerky, you know, and I actually skipped one of the things that I had to go back to at one point that I felt like was important. So definitely that. I said a couple of times. I don't know how many times, but I caught myself at least a couple of times.
That's good.
Those and my hands. Every time I caught my hands, I tried to pull them apart.
Okay. See how that self-coaching thing is starting to work? You know, realizing that stuff. That's good. That's what it's about.
So, yeah, I really liked your beginning. I thought it was really creative. I like that, you know, you're thinking outside of the box and you're thinking a way to kind of, you know, loosen your crowd up, your audience, you're meeting up a little bit, you know, before you kind of jump into the seriousness of it. I thought, you know, you had a good flow of the information you provided. I thought you hit on some very good points that brought home your message. And, you know, I don't know about ending with a question. I thought we had talked about that earlier, but maybe not. But other than that, you know, I saw the only thing too, you know, you still have to work on, but it's good like that you're thinking about that in the back of your mind, because that's half the battle right there.
Right, right. That's how we get better.
Right.
Absolutely. No matter how long you've been at it, there's always something you're working on. Okay, this was terrific. I want to do business with you. You think this is just the best thing in the whole wide world, and so I think it's the best thing in the whole wide world. And you're going to make me feel really good as your customer, and you're going to take care of me. And there's no doubt in my mind that's where it's at. So that's the bottom line. The rest is minute. Let's look at the minute part. Minute part usually
Get
gets
into the
me.
minutia.
Minutia, because that's what, okay, you had the chest of drawers, the three things. I too liked your opening with the American Idol. The whiffum was we were going to grow 25%. When you got to the summary, slow up on the tagline. You went through that really fast, so we want to really hear what those words are. You reiterated we're going to grow 25%. Maybe somewhere in there you could have drummed the drum roll with "my message is," which you pretty much did with the tagline, but just saying "my message is." In terms of sizzle, you had audience interaction, and you used the story about the AR service. That was good. So you fulfilled the sizzle requirement. Your style is absolutely super. I feel that your personality sitting in the chair is the same personality you bring up here, maybe even pump it out a little bit more up here, which is good. Yep, occasionally cling the hands, can hold your eye contact a little bit longer. The enthusiasm is absolutely outstanding. A few uhs here and there. Sometimes you get a little fast. So pause, because pause can add just as much effect as anything else in enthusiasm. Nice job.
Thank you.
And Ed, isn't it? Here's the microphone.
Thanks.
Are you doing a PowerPoint?
No. Okay, my presentation.
So to set the stage, it's going to be very similar to yesterday, where I'm talking to a new recruit. I've had some initial dialogue, but not very much. So this is just a brief overview of some of the things that we do for a typical prospect. Okay. So again, this is broad brush, and we've already had introductions. Okay.
So we are the prospect.
Yes, you are. Okay. So who watches American Idol? Me. Yeah? Did you ever see the spin-off of Britain's Got Talent, or Britain's Got Talent? Mm-hmm. Did you see Susan Boyle?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was really awesome. I mean, she went from just the audience of, ugh, you know, because, you know, honestly, she wasn't the prettiest girl around. But when she sang, man, she just blew it off the charts. She was really good, wasn't she?
She was awesome.
So really good. So, you know, Simon, I saw a show about her a couple of nights ago where Simon took her up under his wing. And she went from just good to great. Do you know how many records, albums, or whatever they call it today, that she sold in the last 2 years of that song, I Have a Dream?
7 million.
Well, you're a little high, but over 4 million. Now that's pretty good, coming from, honestly, you know, no background, no experience, but because Simon, even though he's, you know, he's quite a character himself, took her up under his wing and grew her from good to great. You know, everybody starts off somewhere, right? Just like I borrowed this Employee of the Month plaque off the wall. Dan Garcia didn't start off as great, he started off as good. He probably had a mentor that helped him rise to the top and be Employee of the Month.
Did you steal that from the hotel?
I did. I did ask permission.
Yeah.